Good afternoon, everyone. How you doing? We are here for another support system class session on the first year postpartum and beyond. And this is talking about the power of a support system during said time. As always, please like and share this information because you never know who needs it. My name is Alicia Hurt. I am the Executive Director of I See My Baby, the Women's Wellness Center here in Bainbridge, Georgia. We are here to support women holistically, navigating their journey through infertility, a lack of faith, and depression. We have a plethora of resources. We've also extended our reach to men because they are suffering in silence as well. And so Mr. Reeves supports us with that. And we have just also rolled out our food program to feed 1,000. So we have fed 129 to date. So happy about that. But today we are talking about postpartum, and what that looks like that first year and how we need strong support systems. So let's jump right in. I put the links in the chat to all of our resources, our handles. So the postpartum journey doesn't end after the 6-week checkup. So a lot of people think that when the doctor says you're good to go, you can go on and lift things, go to work, things like that, all right, she's ready. She's past the stage. She's good to go. No. Physical, emotional, and mental recovery can last a year or longer. A strong support system significantly improves maternal and infant health incomes. So you need to understand that it is way beyond that. The doctor saying, oh, you're good to go. You can go back to work after 6 weeks. You're still healing emotionally, physically, and mentally. It really takes time. So today I want to cover 4 things. I want to cover understanding the challenges in the first year, defining effective support systems, recognizing when help is needed, also learning tools and action steps to maintain support. So let's redefine postpartum, more than a checkup. So it includes, again, the physical healing from birth, surgery, breastfeeding, also hormonal shifts up to 12 months, and also identity reconstruction, because the woman that you were before you were pregnant, the woman that you were during pregnancy, and now the woman that you are with the baby is 3 different people. And so there is a lot of emotional turbulence that goes along with that as well. Some tips are to expect change and to redefine yourself, because it's normal. You're going to redefine yourself. You're never going to be the same. You want to allow time for healing beyond that 6-week mark. Some jobs, I know I had worked in the school system, and I was able to get 3 months off, and thank God for that, because I truly needed that time. And I actually feel like that wasn't even enough, because as you're bonding and connecting with your child, you're healing, you're rediscovering, and then you're trying to figure out your new norm, you definitely need time to adjust. Some tools to help with that. You guys know that I am a big proponent on journaling, tracking your moods, your sleep, your milestones, also self-discovery or self-care calendar, like literally write it down. So I always tell people, if it is not on my calendar, it's not happening. The same with your self-care, write it down, pencil it in, schedule it in, because it is critical, it's vital, it's very important. Also, educate family and friends on the true scope of postpartum so they can support you realistically. Like, speak up, have a meeting, normalize meeting about it, and saying, this is what I need. This is what I need support with. We've had classes previously about support system, how to identify that person, how to communicate, what they will be good at, how to let people know up front what I need support with. If it is Sister Catherine, because she cooks great and I need some meals from her, and I know as a support system, she will show up and do that, say that. If it is my spouse saying, listen, I need you when you get off from work to really give me at least 1 hour to take a shower, to do something for myself without having to take care of the baby. Like, you have to communicate that in order for your support person to be effective. Emotional and mental health challenges. So here are 4 boxes. So explanation: 1 in 7 mothers experience postpartum depression. Anxiety and intrusive thoughts are also common. And it's so true, because I've had those intrusive thoughts and I was like, I'm a bad mother. I cannot believe it. Like, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Like, all kind of things were going through my mind, but it is actually normal and common that these things happen. But having a strong support system will help you navigate those things as they occur. Signs to look out for. So persistent sadness, if you're irritable, if you feel detached, like, I don't really want to hold the baby, I don't want to deal with this, I want to be alone, I want to step in my room. Like, those were some indicators that I actually went through. Guilt, panic attacks. So when my first child stayed in the NICU, we came home without her, oh, that kicked in. And I was like, what did I do wrong? What could I have done differently? It's just a lot that you beat yourself up with, especially if something goes on where they need medication or everything is not, hey, you can go home, it's fine, baby's in your hand after birth. No, baby's in the NICU. So all of those things can really play with your mental, even after postpartum, after that 6 weeks that people say is done. No, it's not. It can linger on, especially if it's not checked, right? They have something called EPDS, right? Where you're going through your scale of where you are with your depression. What kind of support do you need? Is it enough for just a support person to help you? Or do you need to add a professional to your team? Do you need to add a psychologist or a psychiatrist to really help you? So really trying to figure that out and looking at that scale. Also, daily mood trackers. And there are apps for all these things. Just a little sneak peek, we're working on an app. We're working on an investor to support us with that. So one day we will have a all-encompassing support system, even virtually, with that app. But until then, you can go to your app store and you can look up different apps that can help you with your mood. One is Calm. That's a great one to use that can really help you track your mood and give you some insight or some ways and some tips and some positive affirmations to really help you, breathing techniques, things of that sort. Also, you want to take action. So I've given you some action steps, but let me give you these bullet points. To talk to your provider by 2 weeks. If the systems persist and they're not going anywhere, you definitely need to add a professional to your team. And do not do it by yourself. Do not suffer in silence. Join a postpartum support group, and we do have a group here at I See My Baby. So just reach out to me and I can support you with that. It's a private group. And then I also have some more groups that I can refer you to that are very, very active and that will help you through your postpartum. Remember, please do not suffer in silence. And remember to keep your emergency contacts and therapy resources ready before birth, because after the baby's here, you're tired, you're fatigued, you're adjusting. You don't have time to go and try to figure things out. You want to have things right there at your fingertip. Physical recovery beyond birth. So the explanation is that healing takes time. It's not going to happen like that. I know we're like, we're superwoman. We're going to bounce back, especially if you're fit and go to the gym. Just know that healing takes time. It takes time. It's not overnight. And even routine births can lead to fatigue, pelvic floor dysfunction, and complications. But have no fear. You always hear me say this, Yoni steam can help with that. So once your doctor clears you at that 6-week mark, the yoni steaming definitely can help you with that physical aspect as well as the emotional aspect of your recovery. You want to schedule pelvic floor therapy. I did try one where you use a device to help you with that, to help you to consciously tighten up. Like I said, the yoni steaming, if you start off with a week regimen, at least 15 to 30 minutes, and you can do it monthly as well, once a month, 45-minute sessions, and that will help you with tightening as well. And doing your Kegel exercises, also making sure you're hydrated and you have your nutrition, you're eating, especially if you're breastfeeding. If you're not feeling well, you're gonna feel worse if you're not eating. The tools that you need: belly binders. You can use the traditional ones. In African culture, they definitely use it where they can band you. Sitz baths, again, yoni steaming, stool softeners, nipple creams for when you're breastfeeding and you go through the cracks and the pain and things like that. And then also use a checklist, a postpartum care checklist. You want to speak up about your pain and don't normalize suffering, especially when it's headaches and things like that, because it could be post-eclampsia. I've talked about that before. I had that with my last baby and ended up back in the hospital, and I had to breastfeed while I was there. I couldn't move. They had antibiotics and medications running consistently for 24 hours. I could have died. Like, it is that serious. So please speak up about your pain and do not normalize suffering. It's not good. You don't need to suffer. Breastfeeding and feeding challenges, it may come up. We're not saying we're putting it on you that it's going to happen. We're saying that if it does happen, we're here to support you. We want to advocate for you. We want you to feel comfort. We want you to have support above and beyond your hospital team. We are still here to help you as doulas, as a part of your support system. So even if you signed up and said, I just need you for my birth, I'm fine, you can still reach out to us. You can still say, hey, I need help, and we will come right to your rescue and support you. We can come to your house. If you're still in the hospital, we can go to the hospital. If you feel comfortable coming into the center, we can do that as well. If you say, hey, can we do virtual? We sure can. We can help you virtual. We'll send you the link and get you going, because feeding can be one of the most stressful experiences. It is breastfeeding or pumping or even formula feeding. If the baby's not taking a certain kind of milk, or maybe your feeding is not on an actual schedule like it should, or should I wake my baby up to feed my baby or let my baby sleep? Like, those are questions that it will create anxiety if you don't have them answered. If they go unanswered and you're trying to guess, you're trying to figure it out, you're trying to Google it, you get all kind of responses. It's okay to supplement if you need with breastfeeding. I had to do it. I wasn't a super producer, but it's quality over quantity. And so as long as my babies were getting milk, they were getting the nutrients that they needed. And so they needed more food. So yes, we did supplement. It's okay to switch formulas. It's okay to switch from, okay, I started off saying I'm not going to breastfeed, to, all right, I really want to breastfeed. Can you help me get up my milk supply? Help me with the latching. Or if you go the other way, I started off breastfeeding, it's just not for me, it's just not what we're going to do. Then we go over, and some women cannot, unfortunately, breastfeed depending on medications that you're on. You just may not be able to do it. So it's okay. The whole thing is the baby needs to be fed. That's the best part. The baby needs to be fed. And also you need to have your mental health in check, period, point blank. So if the breastfeeding is really causing you mental strife and you just depressed about it, and yeah, it's best to say, let's just make sure the baby is fed. And I told this story before with my first baby. It took us 3 months. And so I was pumping and pumping and pumping until she latched in 3 months. It took that, but I said, no, I'm going to stay the course. I want to make sure my baby gets what she needs, especially being a first-time mom, reading so many things. I knew the benefits of breastfeeding. And then she finally latched. And I was like, yay. So it takes time. It is a journey. Tools that you may need: again, a lactation consultant, your postpartum doula, breastfeeding trackers. Again, they have apps for everything. Setting timers, even if you want to just go old school, setting timers. Here at the center, we use a an egg timer, and you can set the timer that if that's what, helps with breastfeeding, with pumping, with your schedule. And helplines, reaching out to a helpline for telehealth. Remember to build a strong support system so you can level up on that baby like this lady in the picture, because it comes in many forms. Remember I said it could be just the person providing your meals and your spouse when they get off of work. Like, look, I just need an hour or two, or could we alternate the night feedings, right? It looks different. Your doula, your therapist, your mom, your friends, and even those online communities can really help to balance and lift that load that you may be carrying on your own. You want to have a support tree workshop, and if you need a copy of that, reach out to me. I'll send it to you. You could even assign tasks to your visitors, again, like meals and laundry and errands. And you can communicate needs clearly before birth. So create a village plan, right? Create it and say, if you're that vision person, and all right, Bob's going to do that, and Jay's going to do that, Alicia's going to do that, and Merritt's going to do that. And that's how we're going to have a happy life, right? Be as thoughtful as you possibly can, because it will ease up the stress when baby is home. And I do want to go back to this one. I want to add to this, to add your timeline, because like we've been saying, postpartum is not ending at 6 weeks. It can go a year or longer. So really communicating that, like, how long do I have you? Do I need to take you off the list at a certain time and add someone else onto the team to support? Like, really be thoughtful in your planning process with your village. Partner support. Ooh, this is a good one. So partners play a central role, but may not know how to help. And that is the special part about I See My Baby, because we have a dedicated team, Mr. Reeves and my husband, and they support the men. So any doula clients we have, we tap and we touch the spouse and say, hey, this is how we're going to help you from beginning to end. Like, this he gonna be helping as the doula as well, right? And in the sense of thinking about a support person. So if I'm a doula and I'm with the mom, helping her through the birth, the dad doula, he's helping the dad with the mental concerns, how life is going to adjust, how to show up as a father, how to look for those tools and cues from the mom, and also how to balance your own self-care, because everyone needs it, not just the woman, the man too. So having that partner support, it is critical. It is vital, and making sure that you're both on the same page. You want to share responsibilities for baby care. I've heard this thing say, I'm not changing no poopy diapers. The woman's going to do all that. That's just not realistic, and it's frankly not fair. So you got to balance out the responsibility. It's you, both of you, baby. That's your baby. So you need to really split that up. And it's so funny because even with me and my husband, be like, oh, he stink. Let me go in the other room. You gotta balance it. You gotta balance it. Housework as well, and emotional support. And the good thing about living in 2025 is that if it's something that you just cannot handle, you can go and Google someone that can help you with it. Find a cleaner that can come maybe once or twice a week. Hire a postpartum doula and say, hey, Alicia, we need a postpartum doula to help us with this laundry, to help us cook, because we need the help, right? And use a do and do not ask list to clarify the needs. Be very specific. So that way, because remember, you guys are fatigued. You're not sleeping like you used to. You're getting into a new norm. You got a little baby there, like, right? It's just a lot going on. And think if you have multiple kids, maybe you have multiple jobs, a business, maybe it's a multi-family situation, right? And your mom's there with you, and you cousins, and it's just all different type of scenarios, right? That just will add stress. But you want to reduce that by creating a list, right? Really articulating your plan and getting it out there with you, especially with your partner. Like maybe you need a code word. So if you hear that code word, you're like, yep, she's losing it. Let me grab this baby and give her some time. Couples need to plan together. Maybe have a shared calendar. Again, find some type of app that you can benefit you and keep you straight. Schedule weekly check-ins. It could be pillow talk. You guys may be fatigued, but maybe that's your time, the only time you have. Maybe early in the morning when everybody else is sleeping and you guys are up talking with one another. So what works? Talk about your feeding schedule. Talk about your needs because you're still a couple. You guys need one another. Talk through that and any concerns that you may have. And again, don't be afraid to reach out for professional support. Not all help has to come from your friends. Professionals fill in the gap. Remember that it's no judgment. There's no judgment. They're there to support you. Just tell it like it is. Put it out there. That's tell my clients. Don't sugarcoat it because I need to know exactly how you feel. Consider, again, a postpartum doula because we help with that physical and that emotional support. Maybe seeking therapy for trauma, anxiety, or depression. And we have a directory. We're here. Even though I'm here in Southwest Georgia, I have connection with doulas all over nationwide and also have recommendations for therapists that can help you, life coaches, even psychiatrists. And remember mental health emergency contact cards. So that way, if when you need it, you have that information readily accessible. And if you need any recommendations, we can help you with that. You could also interview professionals to see if they're a best fit for you. And here's some tips, types of support that you'll need. So for the emotional, example would be someone to listen without fixing. Just listen to me. A lot of times that's all you need. They just want to get it out. And they may ask you, can we have a weekly check-in call? Yes, call me, girl. Let's do it. Put it on the calendar for me. Put it on the calendar. I call it practical. Meals, cleaning, laundry. So what are the action steps on that? You can use a calendar like Meal Train. That can help you. Informational. Yeah, breastfeeding, sleep training, and that's a thing. Infant care tips. You can join a group, a class. You can join our community on YouTube and social media. We always have a class. And if we don't have a class now, I'm sure we have something that we've done previously that you can go back to. You can even schedule a one-on-one with us, in person or virtual consultation, and we can support you with your needs. Affirmational, so encouragement, validation. You can use journals. We have about 3 on our Amazon author profile that you can utilize with and affirmations as well to help you, to build you up, to keep you positive. We also have daily devotionals. We also have devotional classes to really help you dig deep and to really seek God's face, and so he can help you through your postpartum journey. And when things aren't going well, you got to know the signs. You got to know the red flags. You have to know what to do. And do not be afraid to say, hey, I can't. I just cannot. I cannot. And for me, it takes a lot. My back has to be pinned up against the wall, can't move, at my wit's end. And that's not good. I'm saying to you all and to myself, say something before it gets there. And I've gotten better. I'm like, babe, can't do it. He's like, what? I'm like, I can't do it. Like, all right, let's talk about it. Let's see what we can do. You have intrusive thoughts, that's a red flag. Extreme anger or withdrawals. If you have insomnia, despite exhaustion. So you're going to be tired. But we were talking about above and beyond that. If you have a lack of interest in the baby, like I don't want to touch the baby, I don't want to kiss the baby, that's not normal. That's not something that's normal. Like that is a red flag. Something else is going on with you. If you have any physical pain and that it's not improving, you need to take action. Don't ignore it. Your gut is telling you. It's going to say, hey, something ain't right, Leisha. Same with my headache. Something ain't right. I'm going to say it to the doctor. Because the other times I say, I'll go take a Tylenol, I'll be fine. No, something ain't right. I got a headache. And thank God I listened because I would not be here before you today. Right? And post-clampsia. And that's the thing. You think preeclampsia is a thing? No, postclampsia is a thing. And actually, we die, a lot of us, without listening and saying, something ain't right, because we deal with pain. We think pain is normal. It's not. You're not supposed to be in pain. Don't ignore it. Call, text. I have a phone number here as well, 800-944-4773. That's an international helpline there to support you specifically for postpartum. So here's some more recommendations. You want to establish a therapy plan before giving birth. What are you going to do? Are you going to work through it? Also, use mindfulness apps, use journals as well, and try to incorporate that in your daily life. Here at the center, it's every morning. We're doing our devotion to start our day. We're journaling. We're talking through it in order for us to then be able to show up for everyone else. And you want to avoid isolation. And it's so easy. I would stay up in my room. They're like, you're not coming down? Nope. Got the baby blues. Nope. Don't do that. Get out of it. Even if it's just for a 15-minute walk with a friend or the baby, getting out, getting that fresh air, it really helps. And you want to plan ahead. You want to have tools to build support early. You want to talk to your doula. You want to consider your budgeting, maybe even apply for grants. Dove had a grant last year. I'm not sure if they have it again this year. You want to ask your friends and family, speak to them, talk about scheduling. Don't wait for them to say, what you want me to do, girl? No. Hey, sis, I need you. And 9 times out of 10, they're not going to say no to you. They're not. You want to join a mommy group ahead of time, in person or virtual, and create that plan. Create it just like you create your birth plan. What are the roles? What are the meals? Who are going to be the visitors? Your recovery goals, your mental health, healthcare professionals, right? Also, communicating. Some people may say, I don't want anyone coming to my house the first couple of weeks. Communicate it. Tell them, right? Tell them. They won't know if you don't tell them. That's all a part of your plan. So here's a list of what support looks like from month 1 all the way to month 12, your rest plus recovery. What's the support tip? Limit your visitors. Use help for food and sleep. Month 2 and 3, emotional wellness and feeding. Schedule weekly check-ins with a friend. Say, hey, I'm gonna check in and we're gonna see how this thing is going. And I'm sure your friend will know if something's not right. They will pick up on those red flags. And I would add to that, not just checking in with the mom, checking with the dad as well. Month 4 to 6, the identity and the routine building. It's like, all right, I kind of got my sea legs going. All right, baby's kind of sleeping a little more, got them on a regimen. You want to return to your hobbies, have some short outings and some therapy. Talk. A 6 to 9 month mark, relationship and intimacy rebuilding and open communication. Start having those date nights, trying to get back to some type of normal space with your partner, because again, you guys need each other. You all had a relationship, you had intimacy, you had that dialogue before the baby, and you want to continue that. It just looks a little different. And then month 9 to 12 and beyond is the future planning. You want to consider daycare. You want to say, am I returning back to work? What does that look like? What is going to be our long-term support? How are we going to really keep this thing moving along? Because as that baby starts to grow and start to move, there's going to be more. It's not going to be less. It's going to be more added. So how can we plan and put ourselves in good position to be successful, to be the best couple, to be the best parents, to be the best individuals for ourselves? And the final thing is a checklist. You want to have a checklist. So do I have emotional support I trust? Do I know local or virtual mental health resources? Are household tasks manageable, or do I need help? Have I clearly communicated my needs and my boundaries? And that's for your spouse, that's for your family, that's for your if you work for yourself, of course, your employees or your partner, or if you work for someone, that's your employer, like your pumping schedule. Maybe you need a new modified schedule. Maybe weekends may not work for you anymore. Like, what does that look like? Have you communicated your needs? Maybe you need some more support with the projects you're working on. Or maybe you're saying, hey, I got this. Don't treat me any kind of special way. Like I want to be able to, it is completely up to you. Everybody's mind is different. The way that you are able to do and not do is different. It's unique, but the whole point of this is to clearly communicate your needs and your boundaries. And then you want to also ask yourself, do I feel seen and heard by at least one person? And generally that's your spouse. Do I feel seen or heard? Because for me, as long as I feel seen or heard with my husband, oh, it makes the world of a difference. Because the world, no. As long as my family, my core circle, do I feel seen or heard? And if I don't, then I got to do a self-check. I got to figure out why, right? And then go back down the list. All right, let me try to clearly communicate what my needs and my boundaries are. Do I have emotional support I trust? Is that the reason why I don't feel seen or heard? And just keep going up and down the list. All right, this seems like a lot. It is. Honestly, it is. However, the good part about it is that you have a team here to support you, that you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to go it alone. That first year is full of vulnerability. You're going to grow. You're going to transform. It's also a time when mothers are expected to bounce back real soon. And I am telling you that you're not going to bounce back real soon. You may do it on the physical side and then have a hiccup on the emotional or vice versa. But just know it takes time. It takes time. Don't be too hard on yourself. Make sure you have a well-rounded support system, because guess what? It's not a luxury. It is a necessity. It is a need. It is critical. It is vital. Again, you need it long-term because it helps you to reduce your burnout, your depression. It gives you confidence as a parent. You don't have to focus on some of those minute things. You can focus in on being a parent and showing up and being the best person possible. Again, vaginal births versus cesarean births, that looks different as well with postpartum, because at times I still feel the aches and pains, and my son is about to be 3 years old. So just an example of how it differs. You want to also allow space for your maternal identity to develop. You just became a mom. It's okay. You may not have all the answers. And what your mom did, what your aunt did, you may not do it that way. It's okay. It's quite all right. And normalize asking for help and community care. You want to have regular self-check-ins, and you can do that by way of using your journal. Again, being with a group, having therapy, life coaches, even having that postpartum doula, having some type of folder, binder, somewhere that you document these things, again, even in your journal. And then you want to rotate your support responsibility, depending on how many people you have your team, right? To avoid burnout. If mom's like, oh my God, I can't come over here another day and stay like this, that's fine. Let me call my auntie. Let me call my cousin, my sibling, my friend. You want to advocate for longer maternity leave if you need it, and community programs that can support you, and say yes to the help. Don't say no. They're like, let me hold that baby. Oh, my baby. Nope, here you go. Here you go. Baby coming back to you. It's your baby. It's okay. You need the time. And I just want to encourage you to never give up, because you're not alone, right? If you're a first-time mom or you're a seasoned parent, you still need these tools. You really do. Every pregnancy is different. Every experience is different. You're different. Told you in the beginning, you're 3 different people. Before the baby, you're somebody different. While you're pregnant, you're somebody different. Now, after the baby, you're somebody different, okay? And that can change each pregnancy. And you'll be amazed and fascinated. Ask for help. Invest in it. Excuse me. And be it for someone else. Help somebody else. Pay it forward. And remember that your healing matters too. Your healing matters too. Again, my name is Alicia Hurt. I am here with the Women's Wellness Center in Bainbridge, Georgia. Our information is here on the screen for you. We stand beside every woman facing life's toughest challenges. We provide resources, community, necessary to support women through infertility, mental health struggles, and pregnancy. Remember, helping you through having a lack of faith, building up that confidence. We help with counseling, therapy, We have support spaces and safe spaces for you. We have massage therapy. We have wellness programs and classes through yoga, West African dance. We have healing retreat, whether it's for a day or you're going to travel with us to Jamaica Man or wherever we will be in the years to come. We have doula services, again, from postpartum to full spectrum, which is helping you with everything as it relates to your pregnancy journey. We have online resources and we provide that yoni steaming. Yoni steaming is helping you before you're pregnant. It is helping you after you're pregnant. It is helping you through puberty all the way to postmenopause, everything in between. We are here as your research source. Do not hesitate to reach out to us. Again, our information is on the screen. Thank you so much for listening, and you all have a wonderful day.